Hi there, I'm Child of Bones. I'm a practicing witch. I've been a practicing witch for more than 20 years, and in that time the relationships that I've formed with the gods that I serve and the plant spirits that I've worked with, etc. What we've done is we've actually produced a product line called Child of Bones products, and they're magical products to use to help connect to the deities that have sponsored each brew. Today I'm going to talk to you about Kun Dragon, which is a dragon of the earth. Kun is an energy that's quite familiar in Chinese literature as well, about how they believe that the dragon ley lines were, well, they called them dragon semen, I believe, was the ley lines of the earth, which we say in the West. So there's a lot of folklore, there's a lot of legends and myths about energy and sleeping dragons of the earth. And this energy, if you like, no matter what form, how you see it or perceive it, is that there's wisdom that lies in the belly of the earth. And Kun Dragon and my relationship with her has been an interesting one, because I'm an acupuncturist, and part of the, if you think of the earth grids or structures that people often work with, and they talk about power lines and things like that. Also, of course, with acupuncture we have channels in our body of energy that runs like our circulatory system. And Kun Dragon is a very good teacher, if you like, about actually self-mastery of your own energy and balance in order to have the fruits of the earth. So one of her major messages, certainly that she said to me over the years that I've worked with her, is stay healthy, stay grounded, and then you will come to know a life of fullness. She's not about lofty ideas and rituals and goals that you can't actually establish. If you can't hold physical strength, then it's unlikely that you're going to be able to, you know, burn the candle at both ends and have a fulfilling life. What she says is, you know, kind of like build your body, strengthen yourself, and then emotionally find strength and clarity of mind, be grounded, and then you can tap so many other things and have a, you know, fascinating, fruitful life. And she's also about resurrection of physical strength and restorative. She's very primal and wise life force. When her energy comes in, it's very, very heavy. It's a heavy, full-on earthy, kind of soil-like energy. It's quite red, quite root chakra type energy, and it's real physical strength. Basically, it's about physical strength. The one aspect of Kun, just to touch on briefly also, is about connecting to mythological creatures. She can act as a bridge. So, for example, if you're interested in working with griffins or maybe extinct animals like mammoths, for example, saber-toothed tiger, what you can do is you can approach Kun and ask her if she, in journeying, ask her if she will help you connect to those allies or become an allyship with mythological or extinct creatures of the earth to tap that magical power or lessons or whatever. And so that's one really amazing way that you can work with Kun. The other is to actually restore yourself physically, find things that, you know, food, exercises and things that would help for your own constitution bring you wellness, so that you can flourish and bloom in your life. And of course, you know, the other thing would be a collapse system that you wanted to work with Magick to actually restore you in order that you could continue. That kind of working normally would be something that you would have to do if it was a chronic situation, that you would have to build up a relationship with her to work with her over time. And if it was a short stint that you had to get through a very, very short space of time that was really hectic, you could certainly, I'll just show you the brew now, the Kun Dragon brew, which she instructed. It's based in salt. All my brews are based in salt, which is a natural preservative, so it's not going to go off. And this is under her instruction. It's got very specific ingredients which help tap her stream. Okay, it's a direct hit to Kun Dragon's energy. So with this, you could sprinkle it in your shoes, in your pockets, something like that. If you had a hectic few days to get through, and you're basically riding her power for a short space of time. You would actually approach it differently if it was a chronic condition of being exhausted. You would actually ritually, say, feed her on the altar and place this on the altar, and you would do it over, you know, weeks or maybe months, okay? So that would be slightly different. But that's the Kun Dragon brew. And you could also bathe in this brew or sprinkle it around a candle. It's a very good brew. It, you know, it lends itself well to quite a few mediums. Now the other product in the Kun Dragon Energy line is the dragon oil, and this is a beautiful oil actually, because what it does is that it actually is for physical energy and ally work with mythological beasts. So you could use it for either, should you want to work with griffins or mammoths or saber-toothed tigers, or you want to actually build a relationship more with Kun for her dragony type energy rather than the physical strength necessarily. If you wanted to try to tap the allyship, if you like, to learn more from other spiritual energies, then what you can do is you can get a little jar and you put some salt in it, and you put something of yourself in this, because it's a little bit of sympathetic magic here. So you put nail clippings, sacred elixir of your body, bit of blood drop from your finger, bit of hair. You make it you take it away from the eyes of the living. You don't want anyone messing with this or looking at it, okay? And for a full lunar cycle, doesn't really matter in the lunar cycle with my products when you start or finish, okay? Not particularly. They've got enough energy to ride no matter, you know, what the lunar phase is. So what you do is you actually would ritually feed. So you take the lid off and you start feeding a few drops every day for 28 days. So what you're doing is you're actually feeding and inviting that energy to you, the dragon to you. And in saying that, what you're doing is also you're feeding her energy to you as well. So it's a power punch little remedy there. And a magical working. It's very effective, very strong, and you know, if you feel a little bit overwhelmed by the energy because it's really physically quite a viscous, strong, heavy energy, then what you do is you just, you know, just go back a little bit, you know, ease off, you know, you don't just keep pouring heaps in, because what you're doing as well is you only need a tiny amount, okay? You don't need to pour the whole thing in. You could just, this should last you 28 days though, this amount here, okay? So, and then what you do to tie that up once you've done that for the month is you actually give it back to the earth, okay? And then that's your spell complete with dragon oil. So that would be how you would try and form allyships with other mythological beasts. Okay, so that's it from us here at Shouldered Bones on Kun Dragon. I hope you found that informative and helpful. Our next deity that we're going to talk about in our next video clip is Lady Marigold, the plant spirit.